What's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 7 of this Mustang rescue mission project build or rebuild. I did upgrade my shop a little bit, my 10x20 shop tent. Installed some LED lights, one right here, one in the back. These are actually pretty cool. Let me show you how they look at night. Now that we got everything pretty much taken out, I actually remembered that I still have to take out the windshield because I do want to remove the headliner, because I'm going to paint the stuff underneath right here, and then I'm going to install kill mat material on the roof as well. And these are actually kind of sequential lights because you can link them up. You can link up, I believe, 4 together. So I got that one connected to this one, and then this one is connected to a power source right here. As you can see, it's pretty bright, and they're LED lights. Let me show you guys what Matthew is up to. He got his little Ford doing some racing at night. Matthew is over here practicing on his Mustang, his 24-hour Le Mans race for the night racing. I got him a little headlight over here. I was thinking maybe install 2, but I think that's fine if he just has 1. So we got a little track at night. I don't know if you guys can see anything. On the camera I can barely see anything, but there goes Matthew. 24-hour Le Mans Ford versus Ferrari. There you go. That's how it all starts. Alright, let's get back to the Mustang. And I did buy 4 of these. 1 in the garage, 2 right here. I couldn't find my other one, so I just installed 2 in here. But if you guys are interested, I got the link in the description. 4 of these were $85 on Amazon, I believe, and that's really cheap for the light that you're getting, for the brightness, for the LED lights. So yeah, check them out in the description below if you guys are interested. Pretty cool lights. Alright, so here's what we're going to do in this episode. I'm actually going to go ahead and sand down and brush down the spots around the corner here. This side is actually pretty good, but it's this side right here that I mostly have an issue with. I'm going to brush this side up, and I'm going to weld it up better, and I'm going to seam seal it. I'm going to prep this whole back area, and I'm going to paint it. On the bottom here, I'm going to go ahead and remove all this silicone junk right here. I'm going to brush this area, get the rust removed, and I'm actually going to weld a metal strip right here, so that's going to be reinforced after I primer underneath with weld-through primer. And same thing on the driver's side. Same thing, same spot. Do a little patch to reinforce it, and that's going to be ready to go. All right, let's go. Alright guys, here's what we got so far. This took a little bit longer than I expected to cut all these panels, to weld it in. Welded in the gas cap, because there's not going to be a gas cap right here, just the keyhole. And then I got this little bracket welded on the bottom. That's where the rusted out area was. Weld through primer sprayed over here. This one over here as well. So the bottom is pretty much all set, ready to go. The taillight panel is ready to go as far as the tail light holes. So what I'm going to do now is I already cleaned it up and I masked it off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to seam seal all these cracks. On this side, there was a lot of Bondo right here in this area. There was Bondo on that side as well, but a lot of it here, and I couldn't get to the metal. And then I looked on the other side, it's pretty much all Bondo through. So I'm going to have to leave these 3 spots not spot welded, but everything else is pretty much nice and solid. And also these big patches that actually reinforce the panel on both sides, basically kind of reinforces it. It makes the back more sturdier, I guess. But yeah, if I was gonna do it for myself, I would pretty much redo the whole panel, but in this case it's not mine. This is kind of what we're doing. And this is the brushable seam sealer that I'm going to be using. It's pretty thick and it could be brushed on. You can use a finger, you can use a stick, whatever. I'm gonna try and use this brush right here and see how that works. So I'm gonna do a little area and then I'm gonna show you when it's all complete. It's not the prettiest, but as long as I got the cracks covered, that's fine. So I'm going to wait for it to dry before I spray it, because I want to paint this whole panel right here. And this side is all nice and, well, not so pretty, but it's done. So pretty much this tail panel is weather tight. It's not going to be whistling or water getting through or wind coming through it and road noise. So it's pretty much ready to go. So while this is drying, I'm going to do some other stuff on the car. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the windshield, and then I'm going to remove the headliner and see what's going on over there. And I'm going to start cleaning this area right here, and by that time the rear should be dry, and then I'm going to spray the rear tail panel. Right, here we go. The windshield is out. Headliner is removed. I had to unscrew the trim right here, the trim piece that was holding the headliner right here, but I do want to redo it. And if you guys can see that, the roof is not too bad. The red paint is actually factory, and then there's some patches of rust, but it's not too bad actually. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scuff clean this whole roof area, and then I'm gonna paint it with 415, and then I'm gonna spray the sound deadener, and then I'm gonna use the kill mat stuff underneath the roof, because without the kill mat, that's what it sounds like. And we'll see how it sounds like with kill mat installed. So now let's see how the tail panel is doing. The tail panel is almost dry. I can touch it, it's not sticky, but I'll give it another 10-15 minutes, and then we're going to spray the tail panel. now the tail panel is completely finished, welded up, seam sealed, and sprayed with undercoating. It's one of those bed liner sprays out of a can, but it's gonna work out just fine for this spot. And then it's gonna be nice and covered with the tail light panel, and nobody's gonna see this, and it's gonna be a lot better than it was. I did actually want to clean the interior, but after I removed the headliner, obviously I have to scrape that stuff, as much of it as I can, sand it down, scrape it off, and then paint it. So there's no point of actually cleaning the bottom, the floor yet, because I want to finish the top. And then once that's painted, I'm going to install the kill mat sound deadening sheets. And that's going to be all nice and prepped, and then I'm going to reinstall the headliner. And I'm going to glue the edges, because it wasn't really glued to the edges that well. But I'm going to go ahead and glue it pretty good. And then once that's done, then I'm going to get to the floor. And then once that's done, then I'm going to start installing kill mat on the floor, weld in the roll bar, and the interior is going to be nice and ready to go. And I'm actually decided to leave this for last. Basically, I wanted to start from the rear, work to the front, and then leave this for last, prep this, paint this, and then drop the engine in after I clean the engine. So yeah, all this stuff took me a little bit longer to do than I expected. I wanted to do a little bit more, but it is what it is. So this will be it for part 7. I'm still hoping to finish this by part 10. I don't know how possible that is, looking at the car right now. Maybe part 11, maybe part 12, but I still want to shoot for part 10 to be as a finished car. Matthew, what are you doing? You should be in bed. Go to bed. This boy's crazy. Well, don't break stuff. Don't break both of the Mustangs at the same time. Are you stuck? Come on. Are you having trouble? You good? This boy. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this build. If you're new, please subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.